Welcome to a podcast from Beneath. This week we'll be discussing 1988's Doom Asylum.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. The unburied dead are coming back to life, seeking human victims.
Mr. Poe, how's it going?
Doing great, my friend. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How was your Halloween?
Oh, Halloween was fun. We had a lot of little trick-or-treaters come around. My wife was dressed as the old school Pennywise, freaking people out. And I had I invented my costume. I just grabbed different things, and it was like a creepy doll mask. And then I had bought little doll hands. So I had real tiny hands. Of course, I'm a big guy. So I have little tiny hands, and I was freaking people out. It was fun. But yeah, I saw a lot of cool costumes. So it was fun.
Well, like I stated in the previous episode, I was at work all evening, but they postponed Trick or Treat until this Saturday, so because of the weather.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, there you go.
So I still may be able to get involved Saturday.
Hell
Which is,
yeah.
tomorrow. Or the tomorrow as the time we're recording this. Not tomorrow as the time people are listening to
Oh, okay.
it. I know I'm going to confuse anybody.
I think they won't be too confused.
Right.
But yeah, it's always fun, and I'm glad all of us are still be able to. I know we kind of covered it last episode, but I'm glad that, we keep this alive. It's up to us to pass it on to the younger generation to keep this thing going, because it's so much fun to have little kids come up and they're dressed in all the different costumes and everything. So it's real cool. I like seeing that.
Right, and I guess nobody had a razor blade in their apple or syringe holes in their Tootsie Rolls.
No. I would love to. I need to look up the story, but I believe that was made up, and it spread like wildfire for some reason. I think it is true to the effect where I think it was like, it's a weird story, but then everybody thought there was like some sort of psychotic son of a gun in every neighborhood. I mean, you've heard the story, and you're up in West Virginia. I'm in Texas. I've heard it all my life.
Right.
And anybody else you talk to, everybody, kind of knows someone. Oh yeah, I know there were. I think it's not real to that effect where it was like a nationwide thing. So I don't know.
Well, it was so popular that it was even in Night of the Demons.
Yeah. Which y'all covered in what episode number was that?
Number 1. That was our first episode.
First episode. Damn. So episode 1, go back and listen to it.
Yeah, go back and listen to episode 1. So do you have you got any exciting news or updates you want to give us?
Yeah, all the cool indie projects coming out, with Stranded and then Butcher's Bluff. And I did want to say something while I'm thinking of it. I saw that Jason movie they wanted to come out with the 8-bit Jason.
Mm-hmm.
I saw they had that canceled.
Oh,
There
really?
might be some sort of legalities. I don't know. I went to their Indiegogo to check out their perks because I was like, I want to put something into it, and it's not there. So I don't know what the hell happened.
Well,
So
that sucks.
I
I was looking forward to that one.
yeah, I just saw. I meant to tell you, I saw it the other day. So I don't know. Hopefully, it's to do the Jason stuff is really tricky because of all the shit. But anyway, enough of that. I just wanted to share it because I just thought of it. But I want to share that
Now I'm too depressed to do this episode.
Oh, well, okay. Well, good night, everyone. No. I want to talk about this movie because I I love finding stuff I've never seen before, and it's called Edge of the Axe. It's being a Blu-ray release from Arrow Video. It's from cult Spanish filmmaker Jose Ramon Lares, and it's 1988, and it's a slasher I've never seen. So if anybody listening to this episode, if you have seen this, shoot us a little message on any of our many social medias, because I'm really interested in this.
Yeah, I'm too. No, what's it about?
All it's I didn't look that far into it. It's a late 80s slasher. It's coming out. I've never heard of it, and I was pretty excited to talk about it. That's why I wanted to bring it up. But it says there's a tagline on it.
Okay.
And it says, "There is nothing silent about nights in Paddock County." So I don't know what Paddock County. I don't know where the fuck that is. So it looks like it plays off of kind of like a Christmas thing, like with that. There's no silent night, but I don't see any Christmas theme. Maybe it's a Christmas theme thing.
And it's called Edge of
the Axe. And it has a pretty wicked cover. You can find it on Bloody Disgusting. It's right there. And then I wanted to also say, in video game news, Diablo 4 announced at BlizzCon 2019. So, yeah. So if you're a Diablo fan, which I am, I like playing Diablo 3. Yeah, that's coming out.
I loved playing the first Diablo. It was awesome.
Yeah,
that's the one I want to play. Well, I played a little bit of 2, but I mean the first one was like when that came out, I was like, man, this is like the best game ever.
Yeah, I mean, I played part 2 on the PC a long time ago, but I have the version of Diablo 3 on my PS3, and I believe I even have it on Xbox One. And it's just fun because you could play, with multiple people and stuff. It's a real fun game.
Yeah, I still remember playing it, but you had to do dial-up.
Yeah,
there was no broadband back then. It was, using over the telephone line. My computer calls your computer, and we play. That was always fun.
And I didn't read too much into this, but the Disney overlords, the fucking mouse, they bought Fox, and there's some movies that we'll never get to see on the big screen ever again because, of course, they bought Fox, and they bought fucking everything. So, but yeah, that's on Bloody Disgusting. It says, "The classic horror movies Disney doesn't want you to see in theaters anymore." Fuck you, Disney. Stay out of my horror. Go back
what it is they'll it's like the Disney Vault. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna release these, and then we'll release them, and then everybody goes and buys them because they're going back into the vault. It's just a marketing ploy to, sell more tickets.
I just hate that. I hate that Disney is a part of some of the horror movies I love. I'm just like, oh my god, just stay out of it. Just let.
Well, they're still. I mean, they're not really like even with after they bought like Fox and all that, they were.
Yeah, that's what pisses me.
And everybody was worried about it. Like, oh no, they're not going to have any more. But Disney came out and said that they're going to they'll keep it separate from. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to make everything G-rated. They're still going to have your R-rated movies. It just. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to make everything family friendly.
Yeah, they're not going to have like a...
Yeah, they're still keeping it separate. They're going to keep it separate and all that, so...
Like Bambi versus Predator or something.
Right, or Godzilla versus Bambi.
Godzilla.
Which I don't know why they haven't remade that yet.
Mother! Yeah. Could you picture, like, The Fly as a Disney film? He comes out singing a tune.
Yeah,
I'm a fly now. Okay. Anyway.
Music by Randy Newman.
Yeah. Scientist goes in, turns into a fly. Why did he go to Billy Idol? I don't know.
I have no idea. But now that you mention it,
Go ahead, but that's all I got. That's all I got.
okay. Well, just as a quick update on Edge of the Axe, I've got the synopsis here.
Hell
Pretty
yeah.
pretty simple movie. A deranged guy in a mask kills people with an axe.
Sounds like Friday the 13th.
So there you go.
He went to Paddock County for a night.
Yeah,
He's
so
like,
I'm gonna
fuck
have to.
these camp counselors. I'm going to Paddock County.
Yeah, this definitely sounds interesting. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, I definitely want to. As soon as it comes out, I know they'll probably release it on Amazon and all that when it gets I guess they're refurbishing it and spit shining it.
Cleaning it up and all that.
Yeah, so. But yeah, what do you got? I know you shared a trailer with me. I really dug it.
Yeah, the only thing I have is today, Darkstone Entertainment released their trailer for Manos, and we checked it out before we come on the show here, and it looks really good. I'm really excited to see this one. I've been waiting for it for a while. The writer and director John Johnson, his previous movie that I've seen and liked was Plan 9.
Yeah,
Which was obviously a remake of Plan 9 from Outer Space. It was really good. You can currently watch it on, I think it's on Amazon Prime right now, so everybody go check it out. But yeah, Manos looks really good. I'm really excited for this one. I can't wait to see it. What did you think about the trailer?
I like movies like this, man. It's just it's weird. It has a bunch of cool little stuff. I really want to see this. And you've told me about Plan 9 that this director did, and I still haven't checked it out. Shame on me. But I really want to check this out. It looks like an interesting trailer, and I know you'll share it on our group. So, yeah, I look forward to it as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
They don't have I don't think it has a release date or anything like that yet. But they do have a Manos Facebook, which I'll link to in the description, and of course we'll share it on our groups and the Twitters and all that stuff. So yeah,
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Big shout out, and we want the director to come on. What's the director's name?
John Johnson.
John Johnson. Please come on. We want to talk to you.
I'm sure we can make that happen.
Cool. We'll make it happen. No, I'm joking.
All right, so 1988, Doom Asylum. Never even heard of this movie until you said, "Hey, I found this awesome movie called Doom Asylum. We should watch it and talk about it on the show."
Yeah.
And I said, "On Tubi, it's free. Sure,
There
why
you
not?"
go. God bless you, Tubi.
Yeah, so I watched it for the first time today. A horribly disfigured lawyer, wrongfully pronounced dead after a terrible car accident, is taken to an asylum for dissection, only to come back alive, kill everyone, and make the asylum his killing grounds. Half of that doesn't make sense, but we're going to go with it anyways.
Yes.
Directed by Richard Freeman, written by Richard Freeman and Rick Marks, stars Patty Mullen, Ruth Collins, Kristen Davis, who I recognized from
Oh, yeah.
Sex and the
Charlotte.
City.
Charlotte. Yeah. She was in it.
And not that I watched that show. Obviously it's pop culture.
Hey, there ain't no shame in my game. I've seen that show. God bless those women.
Yeah, so again, just another proof that everyone starts in horror.
Yeah, right?
This was her first movie, so.
Yeah. I know when I was watching it earlier, my wife was looking, this is her first movie. I was like, well, Friday the 13th was Kevin Bacon's first movie, so.
I don't know if that was his first one or if that was just the first one that got really big. I think
I think it was the first one that got big. Yeah, he came first off of
TV. He was on TV first, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. But then Kevin Costner got started in Trauma.
Yeah.
Can't remember what the movie was called, but it was a Trauma movie. It may not have been a horror movie. I don't know.
It could have been. I don't know.
Not for sure. But anyways, what did you think of Doom Asylum?
A lot of funny shit in this one. Practical effects, I want to say gets a B for me. It's a B plus. B
Some of
plus on that.
some of them were a B plus, some of them were a D minus.
Yeah, I'm gonna say as a whole, like I'm gonna just put it in the B plus because there's some scenes I thought okay, that's pretty cool. Um, Storyline confusing as hell. I mean, it's just but all in all, I did sit through the movie twice, so so it wasn't that it was horrible. It was just that entertaining. So entertainment wise, yeah, I had fun watching it.
I definitely had fun watching it. The story is definitely all over the place. I don't know if they were trying to combine two stories together or what.
I think that's what happened.
That's what it felt like, at least.
It felt like they couldn't make up their mind if they wanted this to be a serious slasher. It kind of starts off like that, and then it goes into the realm of like a comedy type thing. I don't know. It's that's what the magic of this film is. You don't know what it's trying to be. Are you trying to be a serious slasher, or are you trying to be a comedy slasher?
Right, and then my thing is like I watched it on TV, so I don't know if
Yeah.
that was the reason, but this movie just starts off. There's no, it doesn't fade in. There's no opening credits. It's just
Well,
bam,
it's
you're watching it, and then there's like the worst, the worst version of House of the Rising Sun being played.
oh my god, yes. Well, like you said, it starts off. This is what I thought was funny is it starts off and it's the lawyer and his girlfriend or wife, I guess. I don't know what she was. But anyway, they're celebrating and they're popping champagne in a car. Number one, illegal. Okay, he's a lawyer. You should know this. And he's just like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna take care of you. We're gonna be, we're millionaires." And she's like, "Yeah, it's a great case and everything." And they start making out. And of course, they didn't see the van, and they end up wrecking their car into a ditch.
Yeah, it was like a slow wreck too. It didn't make
Yeah,
sense.
it was like, what are you doing? Like, just hit your brakes and kind of pull to the side. They were just like, "Oh my god!" I'm like going all over the road. Oh man.
Well, see, here's one thing that you shouldn't do in a movie is have your open. Like I said, the movie opens up. It's just a wide shot of like a road,
Yeah.
an overpass, a car driving towards us, and of course it's playing. Like I said, the worst version of House of the Rising Sun ever, right?
Yes, I hate
So
it.
then, yeah, so we get to that scene. We get to where they wreck. He finds like a rubber hand on the ground, laying beside of her, and then it cuts to a wide shot of a road with an overpass and a car coming straight towards us. I thought the thing started over. The
You thought it
same
was like
song,
a
I was
glitch
like,
or
oh
something?
yeah, I thought the whole, but no, it's different people in this car, and then it's like 10 years later or whatever.
Well,
Yep. Never do
Go
that.
ahead.
Never do that in your movie. It's unless your movie is based on, time travel or something like that.
Right? No, and the thing about it is, okay, so the wreck happens with the lawyer. I'm talking about the lawyer and his whatever she was. Judy is her name.
Yeah.
So they get into a wreck and he finds her hand. She's like, "Oh, yeah," saying something. I forgot what it was. Who cares? So anyway, then it cuts to a scene where they're in the asylum/hospital and he's on the slab. I'm like, how the fuck? He wasn't that fucked up,
He definitely
right?
looks worse on the table than
He
he did
does.
after the wreck.
Like, what the hell happened? Like, was there a scene cut from it, or like, okay, we're just gonna make him as gruesome as we can? Well, anyway, the two guys that are doing an autopsy in an asylum for some fucking reason, Doctor Sunglasses, I called him, Corey Hart over there.
Hmm.
He's he's like eating a sandwich and getting into his bag. And then his assistant, which he looks older than the doctor, is almost throwing up because he's like gonna cut into him or something. And he goes, "Wait a minute, I think he's alive." I'm like, okay, so no one checked his pulse. They just said, "Oh, well, he looks fucked up."
I guess, but let's go back for a second because
Yeah, go ahead.
does this doctor, does he use a scalpel on this patient?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He uses a carpet cutter.
Oh.
He pulled a carpet cutter out of his bag and used it to cut. And for whatever reason, he's cutting this guy's face off. I don't know why he.
Yeah, why is he cutting his face?
What part of an autopsy is that, where they just cut half your face off?
Yeah, what did he say? I'm going to take a look at his brain. What the fuck? Why? Did this lawyer donate his organs to science or something? I mean, but what confused me is the guy's like, he's not dead. And then the supposed head doctor was like, nah, it's just nerves twitching.
No, he says he knows. So we see
What did he say?
We see the guy's hand move, right?
Yeah,
and of course
his hand moves.
It takes the assistant forever to say this. You know what I'm saying? Like, just say it, for Christ's sake, say it. He's like stumbling and stuttering, and he just can't get it out. And he says, he says that he's still alive. His hand moved or whatever.
Yeah.
The main doctor says that's just rigor mortis.
Yeah, rigor mortis is saying it.
Which is making the hand twitch.
Yes.
Not to mention the fact that it shows his eyes open, and the doctor doesn't see that. Come on.
And then he starts sitting up, and the doctor doesn't react.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know what where this came
the
from.
Reason, and the reason we're picking on the scene is because I know that there are some independent films. They don't have the budget that the big films have. That's granted. Okay. But if you have scenes like this, just assume that someone with half a brain is going to notice, like, for one, eating a sandwich while cutting someone open. I don't think anybody does. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you work in a morgue or something, tell me I'm wrong. But I don't think I would eat a sandwich where there's a dead body.
Now, I have seen that in other bigger budgeted movies and TV shows.
Why?
So I'm not going to fault this movie for.
Okay, well, I will. Fuck that. Okay, Mr. Poe over here. I wouldn't eat a sandwich while cutting someone open. But not even that. Okay, someone check the motherfucking pulse. Like, how do you not see that? I mean, this whole movie I forgive. Okay, but that part I can't. It's just like, these are medical professionals. How did they not catch any of this shit? Like, give me some sort of realism. I know it's a fun movie or whatever, but give me something.
All right, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I paid too much attention to detail on some things, but especially medical or police procedures, like when you see something in a movie, you're like, I know that ain't right. I know I'm not a cop or I'm not a doctor, but I know that shit ain't right. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but so he basically gets up off the table and is asking about never mind the fact that they just cut half his face off.
Yeah.
That he's not in like agonizing pain because his muscle and nerve endings are exposed on his face. He's able to get up and ask him about his girlfriend or wife or whatever she was to him. And they tell him that she didn't make it, she died. And then he proceeds to kill. He stabs the one doctor with the carpet cutter.
Yeah.
And I think he gets the drill. And
he goes
the
the
other doctor with the drill.
He just goes on a stabbing spree. He just wants to kill everybody for some reason because Judy's dead. Which, let's go back. It's his fucking fault. It's her fucking fault. They're drinking, they're driving, and then they're making out. So it's no one else's fault.
She poured champagne on his crotch, and he said it tingled.
I'll have to try that. I'd never
Guess
Never
it's the
experienced
guess it's,
champagne on the
guess it's
old
the
tingles.
bubbly. The
Yeah, there you
bubbly
go.
part of it that tingles.
Anyway, sorry, we concentrated too much on that, but that's the funniest part to me is how could you miss that part? Like, how could you not check someone's pulse like they give you a slab? I don't know.
And I'm
Anyway, let's
sure,
go
yeah, and I'm
forward.
sure at that point of an autopsy where they're cutting the brain open, I'm pretty sure they have already drained the body of blood.
Right?
So
Whatever.
this guy really shouldn't be alive anyways. But
Well,
it's a movie.
okay, so back to the part you were talking about. The people listen to the same song going down the road.
Yeah, it's a group of 40-year-old teenagers.
Yep. 40-year-old. I'll give you maybe 30.
30. Okay, yeah, we'll go with 30. I guess I was just trying to be too funny. But they're in a I want to say they're in the same fucking car
Yeah.
that was in the beginning of the film. Like they only had the one car.
Yeah. Only one car.
No. One car in a van or a truck that ran them off the road.
That could have just been video footage of someone's band.
Yeah.
Like they didn't rent that.
No, but apparently they're going to a party
Yeah.
in a insane asylum. And we're kind of introduced to the characters in this part, which I don't know. I would say the only thing that really comes out of this scene is the main character, the guy that's driving the car.
I'm gonna call him Indecisive Mike, and we'll get
Yeah.
to that.
Was that his name, Mike? Was that the character?
Yeah, I
Okay.
made sure to write that down because I was like, this guy. Anyway, go ahead. I don't want
Yeah,
to.
so it's Mike, and then sitting beside him in the passenger seat is Kiki.
Kiki, do you love me?
And then in the back seat, not even the back seat because it's a convertible, so they're not sitting in the seat. We have three people sitting on the
Kind of like the
back of the car.
trunk. Yeah.
Like they're in a parade or something. They should have sashes on, waving at people, throwing candy or
Going
something.
40 miles an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. And that is Darnell, Dennis, and then Jane.
And the reason we know who Darnell is because he's wearing a necklace with his fucking name on it.
That says Darnell, gigantic gold letters. He has the weirdest outfit too. He's got like a yellow and white striped shorts.
Yeah.
A blue, I'm assuming a tank top. And then his Darnell bling.
Hell
And
yeah.
then like a yellow button down that's open over top of it. Weird.
Yeah.
Very
it was
very
a weird
80s.
get up.
Very
Yeah.
80s. Yeah, they're driving, and then for some reason Kiki knows that this is where her mom died on this stretch of road. Spoiler: her mom was Judy from
Yeah.
the car.
Yeah, no, there's no spoilers. Just fuck it.
So for some reason they have to get out of the car, right? Her and Mike have to get out of the car and walk around. I don't know what this is helping.
Yeah, I don't get why they did that. I guess she's like, I miss my mom and all this. And they pulled to the side. I guess, like you say, it was the same stretch of fucking highway. Listen to the same song, which I don't know how they knew they were listening to that song.
I don't know.
But whatever.
Well, this is where we find out that Mike, if that's the guy's name, I can't remember.
Mike.
He can't make a decision, right?
Indecisive Mike.
Yeah, they're like they walk from the car over to the side of the road, and she just happens to find a mirror that belongs to her mom.
10 fucking years ago,
Yeah,
supposedly.
weird. Didn't make sense. But again, I mean, I'm not going to give this movie a lot of credit to make sense, but
Yeah.
but they're basically going to a party in an insane asylum that's now abandoned.
And who wouldn't want to do that?
I mean, I'd probably do it.
I would too.
But what they don't know is it's the same asylum where um, Mitch, which is the guy from the beginning, the lawyer from the beginning, that's the same asylum he was in whenever he had his face cut off and killed everybody.
See, and I want to pause right there. So he just fucking went ape shit because his woman's dead. So he killed every fucking buddy in the insane asylum / autopsy place. Is that what they're trying to say?
Is. Yes. It's what
he killed everyone.
Everybody.
And no one said anything. Nope. Like, and these kids, 10 years later, mind you, these kids are like, oh, that's just an old tale. I thought that was weird. I'm like, if something happened 10 years ago, like, it's still fresh in a lot of people's memory. Like, yeah, that motherfucker went crazy and stabbed everybody. Yeah. And it's not like it's a legend. Now, maybe 50 years later, we'll go with that. But
yeah, this is like a true crime.
Yeah.
Like, so, you could see this on, like, an episode of Forensic Files. That's how new this is.
But he didn't use, what is it? Oh, I can't never say the name. Succinylcholine choline or something. They always fucking say that. Everybody dies on Forensic Files because of the undetectable poison.
Right, yeah. We ran it through the gas chromatograph spectrometer.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but this when they arrive at the insane asylum, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. You know
it's
what?
It's an asylum.
Fucking yeah, whatever.
I mean, it's in the title, Doom Asylum. But when they arrived there, this place had been closed longer than 10 years.
Oh fuck yeah!
This place is basically falling apart. But I guess that's what they found because they actually filmed this in an abandoned sanatorium in Verona, New Jersey.
Wow.
So I guess they didn't want to change their story to, have the killer be there for 50 years or anything like that. So
I got you. And then we are treated to the most horrendous sounding music you've ever heard in your life.
Well, I kind of liked it. It was my favorite part of this movie.
Okay, the band is called Tina and the Tots. I'm calling the band Box of Burning Kittens because that's what they fucking sounded like.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was like we had a girl that was on a keyboard, or probably a synthesizer.
I don't know what the hell she was playing.
Just making noise. And we had a girl that was who was attempting to play a drum set. And then we had
I don't know
a woman which is Tina of the Tina and the Tots, just screaming and squalling into a microphone. It was pretty bad, yeah.
Oh, it was ear piercing. It was horrible. And yes, you wanted these chicks to die like right off the bat because I wanted my pain to end. I was like, what the hell is going on in here? And then on top of that, they had the Russian symbol on the fucking bass, the kick drum. They had the Russian symbol on there.
Well, see, I think that one.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I think the girl playing the keyboard, I think she was trying to do like a Russian accent.
Oh, she sucked.
Yeah, that's why I said trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other girl, it was Tina, and then the two Tots are Godiva and Rapunzel.
Coming to stage, Rapunzel.
Yeah.
And Tina and the Tots. Enjoy loud music. It was fucking horrible. I don't even think Russia would accept them.
And then here's the other thing too. Like, how long have they been playing? I'm assuming this wasn't the first day that they've shown up to practice. So why didn't he kill them sooner?
Exactly. Like, did he dig the music? I don't get it.
I tell you what he did dig. because they showed us the entire fucking movie he was watching. For some reason, it would cut to him watching a movie, but then it would show us the movie. Like, it would just cut
Yeah,
to that movie. And I'm pretty sure it was an old version of, like, uh,
the
Sweeney
Hunchback.
Todd or something.
I thought it was Hunchback.
Well, at one point, he was watching Sweeney Todd.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was because I've never seen like the Tim Burton version, but in this version here, he put a guy in a chair. He was getting ready to shave him, or whatever,
Oh, that's
and he
right.
flipped that switch, which dumped the chair. You know what I'm saying? Like the floor flipped over, and I don't know what they were trying to do. And then, of course, there was another movie that I think kept mentioning that a guy was a wolf. Remember? Like
Yeah,
they were trying to figure out who the werewolf was or something.
I'm going to be honest with you. I checked out a lot on this movie.
Okay, that's fine.
No, and I made notes because there were so many funny lines in this movie. And the reason they were funny is they weren't intentionally funny. I don't know. I'm weird that way. Like when someone tries to do something, I laugh because I'm like, this is terrible. But the movie, I don't know. It was an old black and white movie. I had never seen it before in my life. I thought it was Hunchback of the Notre Dame or something, or Dame, or however the fuck you say it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure. I knew that one. At least one of them was Sweeney Todd. The other one seemed like some kind of maybe a werewolf movie. I have no idea. Um, but I just knew I don't know why they kept cutting to it.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was like the same scene. It was him sitting there. We just see the back of his head, cameras behind him. We see him and the TV in front of him. But then it would cut to like that movie full screen. We'd watch it for 5 minutes.
We need to put a filler in here somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, they have filler in this film.
Oh, hell yeah, they do.
Um, but yeah, like I said, I don't know how long this band had been practicing here, but he probably should have already killed all three of them.
And the thing about it is they have the lawyer. He's living there, and they have that scene like right after we see a box of burning kittens play their thing. We see like the first person view of like the pipes underneath the fucking place or in the whatever utility room. And I'm like, did this guy live off of fucking rats or something? I mean, like he just lives there. And for some reason he has cable. So,
Right, yeah.
yeah. I thought that was weird, but go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know where I was going.
Well, that's the very next scene after Tina and the Tots or whatever. It shows that, and then you hear his heavy breathing.
Yeah, and then it showed. Well, of course, our gang show up, and Darnell goes in and like unplugs their extension cord, which makes their keyboard and drums spark for some reason and smoke. I don't know why. And then they of course they kind of walk away to go have a picnic. But then it shows a scene. It's the killer. It's Mitch, and he sees our gang or whatever, and are they doing the picnic yet?
They're setting up for some reason. They think it's a good idea to go set up a picnic on the outside of this abandoned asylum
And take and wear bikinis, 2-piece bikinis, even though there's nowhere to swim.
Actually, the one. Okay. Oh, you know what? We forgot one major point in the plot. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to bring it up. Oh, indecisive Mike puts a nail in his coffin when they pulled to the side of the road earlier. When she finds the mirror and she says, "I miss my mom," and he goes, "I know I'm not your mom." But go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say the worst part of the thing is she says, "Can I call you mom?"
Yeah, he goes, but here's how, this is when old Mike puts a nail in his coffin, okay? He says, "I know I can't be your mom, but I can try to be." So he was trying to console her in a weird way. But anyway, like you said, and then she says, "Can I call you mom?"
And he agrees. So for the rest of the movie, she calls him mom. Weird. I thought I forgot forgot about that, but I think I was just trying to mentally block it out of my brain.
It's funny because for some reason she's calling her boyfriend mom, and he's like trying to be like a boyfriend, and she's like, "Ew, stop it, mom." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then that scene where a box of burning kittens, they get like condoms and they throw them off of the fucking roof at him. And then he finds one and he pulls it up and he's like, "Hey, what do you think?" And she's like, "Ooh, that's incest, mom."
Yeah.
I laughed out loud. I'm like, poor son of a bitch. I mean, run away from this crazy chick. But anyway.
But yeah, they're setting up the picnic, and of course, they're for whatever reason wearing bikinis, But it shows like a POV of our killer, and he pulls out an old newspaper clipping that is a picture of Kiki holding money, and it says coal miner's daughter does, and I'm like, what?
All right. You know what? I'm from the country down here, and the coal miner's daughter will always be Loretta Lynn, goddammit.
I know,
Yeah,
but
I saw that. Yeah.
because her mom is Judy, but I don't. Why did they not say anything about like the coal mine? Like what? Like where did that come
Yeah,
from?
well, like, how the fuck did that happen? Like, that's a big point. Like, first off, they win a settlement for a shit ton of money. And of course, these are horrible people because she's already talking about sending her little brat to boarding school.
Yeah,
And they
which is
were going to
Kiki.
go to fucking Key West. Yeah. Yeah, old Kiki. But then Kiki ends up with the money. And like you said, the weirdo has the newspaper clipping of this.
Yeah, I just think the whole coal miner's daughter thing threw me off. But
I was just a coal miner's daughter.
what? Well, the character there was a character. I don't know what his name. I don't know really any what their names were, except for Darnell and
Well,
Kiki.
Darnell, you always remember Darnell, okay? Because he has it on his.
Who was the guy with the baseball cards?
Oh man, that guy was annoying.
Was that Dennis?
Dennis and his fucking baseball cards. He's over here trying to talk about baseball. God bless him. And everybody's just like, "Shut up, no one cares."
He was
He
playing.
hung out with the wrong crowd.
Yeah, he was playing the part like he was playing like a 10-year-old. It was weird the way he played it.
It was. You're right. It was weird.
And of course, none of these characters get along with each other. I don't know why they're hanging out. Jane doesn't like any of them.
Yeah, she hates everyone, and then she calls her boyfriend mom. Oh wait, no, Jane. Oh, I know who Jane is.
Jane
The
is
psychiatrist. She's
yeah.
her parents are psychiatrists, and I will say this. I don't know what happened to her. What's her real name?
Kristen Davis. Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, she had some wide hips, thicker than a snicker. Okay, and I dug it. But yeah, I thought that was she was a bitch. Plain and simple. She was trying to psychoanalyze everybody. It was weird.
Yeah, like I said, I can't see this group of people. I can't see them hanging out together. I doubt they even sat together at the lunch table in high school.
But for some reason, they did a picnic.
Yes. At an abandoned asylum. What was your favorite kill of this movie?
My favorite kill in this movie has to be Godiva getting her. Who was Godiva and who the fuck was Rapunzel? I don't even remember.
Godiva was...
Who was the keyboardist?
I think that was Godiva.
Okay, well, Godiva gets her face dunked into a sink full of acid cleaner. And when he pulls it up, I thought that was one of my favorite practical effects of the movie. I thought that was cool. The joke he said was freaking stupid. I don't even remember. I wanted to write all the jokes down. But yeah, that one was my favorite kill.
Now, do you think that kill influenced the kill in Jason X with the dry ice?
You know what? In this movie was made in 1988. It very well could have been. But yeah, that one right there, it was my favorite one. And the other ones are pretty cool. But that one was, I think, the best one out of them.
Now we've come to a conclusion that was Godiva, right?
Yes, good,
Okay,
I guess.
so Rapunzel would have been the other girl. She just gets choked, right? With the
She gets
stethoscope.
okay. I don't know if she thought that old Darnell was like into like 50 Shades of Grey or something. Like she's being choked. She's like, I just want to talk, Darnell. What are you doing?
Yeah.
She thought Darnell was choking her to death with a stethoscope.
Yeah, but he chokes her, but then when it shows her, she has blood on her, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah, like how the fuck did that
Yeah, I don't know
happen? But what?
what's going on there. The Darnell kill was kind of cheap too. He just kind of grabs his head with.
What do you call those? It reminds me of how they used to move blocks of ice back in the day,
That's what it reminded me of too. But
right?
I think it's a measuring tool. I think it's what they use to measure like the size of a skull with.
Yeah, he gets
But
okay.
for some reason, he's able to like push it all the way through his temples.
Okay, now that scene was funny to me because Darnell was thinking that he's talking to Rapunzel, and then he's like, "Oh, you want a rap song?" And I swear to God, the rap song was going in a direction where he said something to the effect. I wish I written it down, but I thought the last part was going to be like my dick.
It probably was.
and, and then that guy goes, I hate rap music after he kills him.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
that was a pretty. That was probably my least favorite. That one and the choking death, I'll put those together as my least favorites.
Oh, the killer quote. I did write it down after he kills Darnell. He says, I hate rap music and don't call me honey.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Now, more, I'm not going to say more annoying than Tina and the Tots set, because Tina and the Tots set is like up there on the Richter scale of 10 of annoying. But right next to it was the killer's laugh. I fucking hated when he laughed. It was terrible.
Well, that brings up a good point. I have to find it again real quick. The tagline for this movie is slashing with a snicker, slaughter with a smirk.
Okay.
And then I guess the other tagline is I'll send shivers up your funny bone.
Mm. It
Failed
and
miserably.
I'll tell you that you know, and the reason Darnell gets killed by him is he goes in the building he's looking for Rapunzel
Yeah,
because
he has the hots for. They have the hots for each other, I guess.
he kept saying it. Plus, that drummer's kind of hot, and I thought he kept saying the drama is kind of hot.
That's what I kept saying, and I kept thinking, well, maybe that's her name.
Yeah, he goes. I kept thinking, why does he keep saying the drama is kind of hot? And then my wife's like, no, he's saying the drummer. I'm like, oh, so yeah, he said drummer weird, but anyway, he's looking for her. He gets killed, and then everybody's being concerned. I don't know. Maybe they are. Okay, maybe a little bit, and that's a quote from Mike. Okay,
Yeah,
because that's how he talked. The whole movie is how this guy talked.
his entire everything that he says in the movie, he would later he would like contradict. Like, I think I'm gonna go inside, or maybe I won't. That was his thing.
But I have to
throughout the entire movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the people that go in are disappearing, except for the horrible band that's on the rooftop being stupid. And of course, what's her name? Godiva goes in the building to go tag about freeing the people or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think she also she had to use the bathroom. I think that's the reason she went in there.
Well, and that's why she dies. And then everybody's looking for everybody. And
well, except for Dennis. Dennis loses a baseball card.
Yeah,
and they have like this horrible sound effect of wind blowing this card up the stairs. It was horrible. The sound in this movie was bad.
Can I say something about the sound effects real quick? I think they went to a atrium and recorded every fucking bird sound they could. They
Oh yeah,
played
definitely.
at full blast. When they're outside, I'm like, that's a lot of goddamn birds. You just hear tweet tweet tweet. Then they're trying to talk. I'm like, what'd they say? I can't hear over the bird noise.
Yeah, but his one of his baseball cards gets blown away, and it's
Oh yeah,
going
Wade
into the
Boggs.
building. Wade Boggs, yeah.
Wade Boggs.
Which I think someone says, I don't know who that is, and then I think Kristen Davis says that sounds like
A swamp
a
monster.
swamp monster. Yeah, that's kind of funny, but
I'm telling you, the little lines in this movie is what made it for me because I laughed a lot, and that's where it gets to the ridiculous is when he's chasing the card and he's acting like this is where the 10-year-old boy thing comes in that you mentioned because he's acting like Wade Boggs, he hits it out of the park, and he's acting like he's at a baseball game or
yeah,
something.
no. And he's talking to the card like it's a person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, where'd you go, Wade Boggs? But he goes up a set of steps, so there's no way that the wind blew that card up these steps. I don't know why he
Oh
even
hell
walked
no.
up them. But he gets inside the building, and then there's Mitch, and this was a decent kill too, because he puts a drill through his forehead.
Yeah, I did like
And
that one.
it actually looked pretty good because because I thought, oh, it's going to cut away, or it's not going to, like it'll just touch his forehead and that'll be it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it actually like it actually you see it like going into his head. Yeah, I thought they did a pretty good job with that. That was a decent kill.
Yeah, I did too. Like I said in the beginning, the practical effects in this movie are not the worst I've seen. Which is it's weird because this movie had so much potential to be something better. It
Oh
just
yeah,
did.
they definitely somebody dropped the ball somewhere between the writing and the completion of this film.
Oh yeah.
But my favorite kill would have to be Jane, which is the Kristen Davis character.
Yeah.
This was really good special effects. He basically takes like I guess it's a bone saw, and cuts her face, cuts like the side of her cheek open,
Yeah.
and it's like laid open. You can see all her teeth. It was done really good. I really liked that one.
Yeah, that kill was great. And the thing about the thing about this movie too, which makes it real ridiculous, is these people are supposed to be like, oh my God, they see this weird guy that looks all, rotting and everything, and he's coming at them. And, old, what's his name? Baseball card boy. He's like backed up against the wall, but then there's like an open door, and it's like, just fucking run. What are you
Yeah, I
doing?
know.
He's like, oh, I'll give you my baseball cards. I'll give you my baseball cards. And the guy just fucking drilled his head. And then Kristen Davis, she's backing up from it, and she sits down in
Sits
a
down in a
chair.
chair. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, whenever Mike hears somebody screaming, he thinks that it's Kiki, and he's running, right?
Yeah,
And it's like he's on one side of the building, and we're seeing him through. He's like that's like two hallways, right?
yeah,
Rooms are separate in two hallways, so the camera's in one hallway, looking through these rooms, and we see him on the other side, and he's running like
yeah.
slow, but trying to
He's
be
like, it's
comical
like
about it.
a,
And he just keeps saying, I'm coming, I'm coming. And he's like, but the way he's running is just, and I was just like, they're trying to be too funny now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It went comical at that point. I
I mean, it
think.
was comical before that, but I think at some point, I think somebody gave up and was just like, just do whatever. And these actors were just,
They
it would
got to
be
do
fun.
whatever they
It'd
wanted.
be funny if I'd done this, right? Um, but when he comes in, he sees, that she's dead or whatever. But I think that like Tina shows back up, right? At this point.
Well,
But he thinks that Tina is the one that killed her.
Yeah, because Tina enters the room and she sees Christian Davis all chopped up in the face, and that guy is there, and he's like coming after her, and then you hear old indecisive Mike running down there, and he's like, "Well, you looked out this time, Spike."
Yeah, I
That's
don't
what he
understand
called
why
him.
he left. Yeah, I don't understand.
And then he just let. I'm like, "Well, you're the killer. Just fucking kill both of them. I mean,
Yeah, he
they're
just
just gonna
ran
back up
away.
against a wall from you."
Again,
Um,
we needed more padding for this movie. Because I believe it was only, let me see how long it was. An hour and 18 minutes, I think.
yeah, not long at all.
Yeah, so they definitely had some padding. And a lot of the padding is Tina walking around looking for Rapunzel and Godiva. And there's just a lot of that of her just walking and screaming.
Yeah,
They could have cut a lot of that out.
they could have. But yeah, they think Tina's the killer, and then he hears Kiki scream, and he goes, and she's in the bathroom, and she sees, you know, um Godiva's head.
For
Somehow
some reason, it was upside down. Yeah.
he
Well,
chopped it off and hung it on a string or something. I don't know, but it's hanging in the bathroom, and then you see Rapunzel dead in the tub with blood on her, and they think, oh my God, she did this too.
I know, but they also see. This was a funny part too, because they see Lord, I forgot his name, Darnell,
Yeah, Darnell.
in a tub full of water. But then they say, she says, "Oh, look, it's Darnell," and then Mike says, "Well, what's left of him?" And I'm like, he's fully there. He just had puncture holes in his head. Like what?
Yeah,
What did they film? What did they film that we didn't see? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
Like
hear you.
originally he was supposed to have been, all chopped up, but they couldn't do that. But they left that line in. I don't know. It didn't make sense that there was
The
a full
right
body there.
the writing suffered a lot.
Yes. Um. But yeah, and he captures Kiki and Mike. And I have to apologize because this part is probably the worst special effects. Whenever he has Mike um strapped down to the table and he's cutting his toes off with, I think they were bolt cutters
I
or
want to
something.
pause that second right there
Okay.
because we're missing a funny fucking part, and that's when him and Kiki go into the asylum chapel and decide to pray.
Oh yeah, and they're praying to Metallica.
They're praying to, yes, the overlords of Metallica.
Yeah, somebody had spray
Um,
painted Metallica on the wall there.
Yeah. But anyway, they're praying, and Mike's prayer is like, help us be safe and all this. I'm like, you can be safe. Just fucking walk out the door, right? Well, then it goes to Kiki's prayer.
I know what you're
And
gonna.
Kiki says, Lord, help us survive this. I'll give you anything you want. I will give you money. I will give you sex. And then I was like, what? I thought that was the funniest shit I ever heard. I think
Yeah,
she offered something else, and I'm like, well, God doesn't need it, whatever. But these people could have easily escaped all this. But anyway, then we fast forward back to the part you're talking about. He's strapped to a table. I don't even think he's fucking strapped to the table.
yeah, I
I
don't
think he's
know. But
just laying there.
yeah, and he's cutting his toes off with, like I said, I think it was bolt cutters. It may have been some kind of shears, but he's doing the Three Little Pigs, or not the Three Little Pigs. What is it?
Yeah,
This little piggy
yeah,
thing.
this little piggy game. Yeah,
But when he's cutting the toe, that was the word. Like that looked horrible when he's cutting the toes off.
yeah,
Didn't
that
look good at all.
that effect didn't look good, but the actor, I want to say, did a good job at that part because he was actually screaming and sweating and everything,
Yeah,
something
he
that you
probably
probably would
really
do.
passed out. Yeah, he probably
Yeah,
actually passed out just screaming like the
but he
actor
did a good
really.
job. Yeah, the actor,
Yeah, like I said,
kudos to him.
yeah, but the special effects are horrible.
Yeah, terrible.
Um, but he's got he has he also has Kiki tied down. I think this is when Tina comes in the room and she has a
Yeah,
pipe. She has a pipe that she
she got
pulled
a
out
hold
of
of
the
a
floor.
weapon.
Yeah, and she starts fighting Mitch, And then she ends up. This was the dumbest. This was. I was like, I cannot believe they done this in this movie. This movie, right?
Yes.
Like, there's a scene where I'm going, why? Why did they do this? Um, there is some kind of machine in this morgue that Tina falls into. She doesn't. She jumps into it. She like
Yeah.
backs
She
into
plops
it.
down onto it.
Yeah, she backs into it and then like, hops up onto it. And it's got a conveyor belt. That's what she's laying on, and it pulls her through. And she's just, what was it? 2 minutes of this thing pulling her without doing anything. She had ample time to get off this thing.
Oh yeah, she could have rolled right off of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it pulls her through, and when she comes out the other end, she's basically it's compressed her into like a square, and we see like a hand, and for some reason a big fucking spring. And I was
Well, that
like,
machine hadn't ran in like 10 years. No.
but I was just like, why did they have that in here? Like, this movie is so mixed of like trying to be real, like a real horror movie, and then comedy, and then over the top, fucking like that's like Top Gun, or not Top Gun, but the Naked Gun type stuff.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's how
it even
somebody.
had the spring noise like boing.
Yeah, that's how somebody dies in like Hot Shots.
Topper Harley.
Yeah, it was just so out of place. It was ridiculous. Um, so that just leaves. I'm assuming Mike's dead at this point. He cut all his toes off.
Yeah.
We never see him again, so I'm assuming he bled out on the table.
Yeah. So yeah, Mike died and Tina. Yeah, there won't be a second album.
Right.
Because he
Yeah.
died. Yeah.
They're all dead now. There'll be like a other shitty bands will put together a tribute album.
Yeah,
Cover their songs.
their song "Screaming Into the Mic" will hit #1 on the iTunes charts
Hey.
because they're dead.
Yes. So the only one left is Kiki, and he's chasing her around. He's not going to kill her. This is when we find out that, well, we don't find out, but I guess she finds out, right? That this is Mitch.
Yeah, this is the weird part to me is because
he keeps
go
calling
ahead.
her Judy. He keeps calling her Judy, and she's like, I'm not Judy, I'm Kiki.
not Judy. Yeah.
I'm Kiki. And he keeps calling her that, and he's like undoing her shirt. He's going like, you're so beautiful, and he's touching her, feeling her, and I was just like, I guess he's not really the dad, but that's, not the point. And then she, for some reason, just says, oh yeah, I am Judy. And then she stabs him in the eye with the mirror that she found before they got there. I don't know where she was carrying this mirror at,
Yeah.
or why she still has it with her. She didn't.
I
have
didn't
it
even think of that part. Where
She
the
didn't
hell
have it in
was
the
this
previous
mirror?
scene. She didn't have it. She only had it in two scenes: when she found it and when she stabbed him in the eye. But even that effect was horrible because she stabs him in the eye, but whenever it shows us the wound, it's just his eye closed.
Yeah.
underneath the makeup, it looked really bad. Well, she also kicked him in the balls too, and he done the comical sound effect.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
which was
ooh.
just
Yeah. And then
Which
she
was just-
stabs him, and then I forget her line that she says. I forgot what she told him.
I don't know either. I don't think I really cared at that point.
No, I was just glad that the movie was over.
Because I don't even, right now I can't remember how it ends, really. Does it just cut right there after it shows him laying there on the ground?
She stabs him, and then he falls to the ground, and then she walks down the road, like all happy. Like, okay, fuck everybody.
Everything's
Yeah.
fine now. I'm alive.
Yeah, I'm alive. I made it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this movie was just, like I said, I don't know what they were going for. I don't know what they started with, but what they ended with was a cornucopia of all fuck.
Exactly. There's only, the only saving grace to this movie was the music. No, I'm joking. The
Right.
music was horrible. the only saving grace to it was, like we said, the practical effects were
Yeah, the
actually
practical
pretty.
effects, they actually done a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think, and like we've already touched on it a little before, and I keep thinking of it. Is you're right. I think they intended to make something like this is going to be a great horror movie, and then someone came in like halfway through filming and said this needs to be more comical, and that's what it turned into. And I don't know why. This movie could have been a lot better if, say, like it wasn't them going for a picnic and you had some shitty band practicing in this asylum. You just had a group of kids going to, solve the mystery of the psycho lawyer. You know what I mean? Like they go to the asylum as like, trying to find, the secret to the asylum or whatever.
Well, see, I don't think you need all that. You don't need it doesn't have to be a lawyer that was in a car wreck and died. You know what I'm saying? It could just be,
Yeah.
it could be this group of people are going to a party that is being held in this abandoned asylum. And that's that. Now you have a band there because, there's a party going on and they actually go in. They're not picnicking in the, in the yard.
Yeah.
And then, you just have a killer that, just, they closed the asylum 10 years ago due to budgetary issues, and one patient got left behind, and he's lived there this whole time, and he's a fucking crazy killer. Now he's killing all these kids that are showing up for this, this rave or party or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't, you don't need all that other.
You didn't. And what's funny is we get
And
a
then
backstory when we didn't
maybe-
need one.
Yeah, and then maybe at the end you find out that the killer is Tiki's dad or whatever. But you don't really so you don't need the the lawyer who was in a car wreck and had his face cut off by the doctors, and then what he wasn't. You just don't need all that.
Well, and I will
I
say
think it
this
could have been really good if they were my way.
exactly right. No, this movie, and that's what I keep saying. Like remake the bad movies, and this was. I hate saying movies are bad, but this one was. It was just, and the reason it was bad was the writing and the story. I mean, the whole story about this, like you said, is ridiculous.
I just think they had. I think they had too many ideas, and they were trying to cram it all into one movie.
They did, and you're absolutely right. But I like your movie better. I want to watch that one.
Okay, it'll be out next year on Tubi TV.
There you go, on Tubi TV. But yeah, shoot, I don't know what else to say about it. I enjoyed it though. It's a movie that's fun to watch if you're just hanging out and play the drinking game. Every time he makes a shitty joke, you will get sloshed.
There you go.
So,
I mean, I just enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, it's bad. It's pretty rough, but I still enjoyed it just because it's another movie from the '80s that I had never seen. So it's like I can take another one off there.
There you go. Mark it up on the board. You saw it. And you're welcome. To you.
So Ruth Collins, who played Tina of Tina and the Tots.
Yeah,
had the only nudity in the film.
Yeah, the topless scene.
The topless scene where she takes her top off and tells them to take her breasts or something like that. I don't remember what she says.
I don't.
Do you know how much she was paid just to show her bare breast in the film?
No, how much?
$100.
My God. Wow.
Yeah, just to do that. So.
Now, tell me you're going to go into the budget, because I got questions.
Well, I'm not going to the budget yet.
Okay.
I have to find it first. But this could also help explain a lot of issues with some scenes, or why some scenes were left in, why we didn't get some scenes. This movie was shot in 8 days.
Really? I couldn't tell.
Yeah. and like I said before, it was shot at an actual abandoned sanatorium.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Kristen Davis's first film. So really really good start there. Of course, she ended up in a good spot. So
Oh yeah, she's moved on to other things.
Box office. That's the yeah, the budget.
The budget. I want to talk about this.
90,000.
90,000. Okay, to make this movie. And we got guys doing indie projects that use less than that. So, what did 90,000 go to? Did it go up the director's nose?
Um,
I mean,
I
you
would
got
say a majority of when you look at these older films, and I'm not for sure exactly how much, but I would say a decent amount of budget goes to the actual film because they shot it on film. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I would say that's probably pretty pricey. Yeah,
Well,
because
you
shit on digital, it's different than actual buying rolls of film.
this is true, and I kind of I need to take that in account whenever I hear budgets on these films because I forget. Like nowadays, you have phones that you can do movies off of, you know.
Right.
Um, but I know some of it probably went to renting and permits and all that of the old asylum, getting permission to film out there. $100 went to, we know where that went. And of course, paying the actors and probably catering and all that other shit.
Right.
90,000, damn. I mean, that's quite a bit of that's a chunk of change.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how much exactly. I would say film's not cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's been movies that have been made with the same camera equipment and everything made for less. That's why I'm questioning it.
I don't know. Special effects.
Yeah.
They had a lot of really good practical effects. I'd say a lot of it went to that.
Oh yeah. Well, they
And
got
then
a decent
the
guy
the
or a
action
woman.
scene with the car wreck.
Oh man.
That was like a really good. I want to know who done the special effects on this one.
Yes, definitely. Man or woman, they did a fantastic job. Well, except for the foot being cut.
Vincent Gustani, special makeup
Gustavo.
effects artist.
Huh. I have to look. You know what would be interesting to find out what else he's done because he's
That's what
probably
I'm
done
looking
some
at
better
now.
movies. Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, let's just start off with what he's done recently.
Wow.
Special makeup effects creator and designer for Last Blood,
Really?
the new Rambo film.
Well, I need to watch that, but I heard it's gory as hell. So,
Let's see if I see anything else. I don't see anything else that I recognize other than that one. But yeah, he's done a lot. I mean, but I don't see anything else that I recognize.
well,
Oh, he
good for
was
him.
VHS Viral. He worked on that.
Oh, okay. Well, there's
Uh,
some good scenes in that.
Cabin Fever 3,
Never seen it.
World War Z,
Wow.
and there's a lot of. I'm not gonna scroll through all that. There's a lot on there.
Yeah, I bet. Well, I know you're
Uh,
going with like more recent
yeah,
and notable ones. Yeah.
yeah, but he definitely done a good job. I would say this is probably one of his first films. Maybe I don't know.
It could have been, who knows, but yeah, I like I said, are we gonna go with our ratings?
Before we go with the ratings, I have to say that when I first started watching this movie, there's one thing in this movie that was like my all-time favorite, right? My
Okay.
favorite part of this film was Patty Mullen, who played Kiki.
Okay.
Um, I had a big crush on her when I first saw her in Frankenhooker.
Oh, okay.
So
Is she Frankenhooker?
yeah, she was Frankenhooker,
Oh, wow. I didn't
and
know that.
I was like, oh, there. I was like, that's it. That's my favorite. This is my favorite part of this whole film is
Wow.
seeing her in this movie.
We're definitely gonna have to do Frankenhooker, man.
Yeah.
We gotta do that movie soon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she hasn't done a lot, but I definitely, like I said, I had a huge crush on her when I seen her in Frankenhooker, and that just carried on through into this film. So yeah, Patty Mullen definitely like her a lot. Um, yeah, favorite part of the film. So yeah, let's go ahead and do our rating. For comparison, IMDb has the rating of a 4.5 out of 10.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, your pick, you go first.
Um, and I'm going to say this just for the special effects. Okay. I'm going to give it a 3. If the special effects were shitty, it'd probably be 1 pretty. But I'm going to give it 3 pretties.
Okay. I am also giving it a 3 for the special effects. But I'm also going to give it a half. So I'm going to give it a 3.5. The other half,
What?
the half, the point 5
Okay.
is because Patty Mullins was in it.
Cool.
So it's getting a 3.5 pretty goods from me. And I also say, you know what? Fuck it. It was on Tubi. It's free. Anybody can download Tubi TV and watch it. Just watch it. I had fun with it. It was it was it was decent for a 1988 slasher comedy.
Yeah. And like I said, if you have someone to watch it with, it just makes it that much fun. That much more fun. So yeah, you got 3 pretties for me, pretty goods for me. You got 3.5 pretties from Carrie. So yeah.
I've seen worse. I'll say that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, me too, buddy. But I had fun. I had fun watching it again. I've watched it once, but I was halfway paying attention. I think I was on my phone or something. But yeah, that's all I got, man.
All
Doom
right.
Asylum.
Yes, Doom Asylum. Definitely check it out. So where can they find you on the internet?
They can find me on Twitter at They Call Me Mr. Poe. That is my personal Twitter. It shows everything I'm into, other shows. And of course, on our lovely website that Carrie put together, 1313 Inc. So yeah, check it out. And of course, Poe and Grimm is on the network, and we're always looking for more people to be part of the network. I'd really like to see 2020. I'd like to have at least 2 more shows join our little network, and it don't cost nothing, and we just support the hell out of each other because we love helping everybody out. And that's all I got to say, man. I don't want to
All
say
right.
more.
That was good. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at 1313 Inc. Of course, you can find the show on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook. Like you said, you can find everything about the show on the website, which is 1313inc.wordpress.com. And we do have. I want to go ahead and plug our store again because we have some new merch up
Yes.
because we have a new logo. And you can get that new logo on t-shirts, hoodies. Colder weather's kicking in, get you a hoodie. You can get on a coffee mug to sip your favorite hot beverage out of. And there's a bunch of stuff on there: pillows, notebooks, stickers. But yeah, you can get all that. It's our TeePublic store. And of course, if you just go to our Facebook group and you click the shop button, it'll take you right to it. So yeah, everybody jump in there, get you a new shirt
There you go.
with our brand new logo. I'm really happy the way the logo turned out. Of course, it's at this point it's already been on Facebook, and I've changed some of the spots too. I need to resize it for some other pages, but I'm really happy the way it turned out.
Yeah, Natalie Knight, she's awesome. Yeah, she did the new logo for us. We reached out to her, and she gave us a cool new logo for the show. So I'm really enjoying it. It looks like I'm pushing, like Billy said, I'm pushing him towards danger or something.
Yeah,
I'm like, you go first.
and I'm trying to get away.
Yeah, you're like turning away from us. I don't.
I'm gonna go over here, guys.
Bye. I got my own
Yeah.
flashlight. I don't know why the fuck. How come I don't have a flashlight?
Because you're the new guy.
I
You
guess
haven't
y'all are
owned a
leading the
flashlight
way.
yet. Yeah.
Oh man, no, I love it. We make little jokes, but we love it.
Yeah, I thought it turned out really good. Yeah, so That's pretty much all I have for this week. I don't know what we're going to have coming up next week. I know we're probably going to be kind of spotty with the holiday seasons coming up, but
Oh yeah.
we'll definitely try to do something. I heard there's another podcast that they do something where they just do little mini episodes. Maybe I can copy that.
Yeah, right? No. And a lot of people are doing that now. I'll do a podcast shout out real quick to Secret Levels. They added a side quest to their show where they talk about current video games, not just retro video games, because that's what they're about, and it's a funny show.
Yeah, I
Uh,
love that show.
yeah, big shout out to Goobs. He's a real cool guy and big supporter of the podcast that we do. But yeah, I think everybody's kind of doing that, and I will say that the other podcast I have that I created with my buddy William, we started doing small slice episodes, and those have really got good reception. So
I
yeah, I
may
think
have to I may have to try that out. I mean, I definitely
I think it will, and it's just kind of letting people know, hey, we're still here.
still here. Yeah.
Yeah. But if
It-
we do a small slice, it could be whatever, just hanging out talking.
yeah, this isn't the normal hour and a half podcast. We're just going to
Yeah,
give you about 20 minutes.
yeah, 20, 30 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely easier to edit.
Yeah.
We could
But
probably just go live with some of that.
yeah, we could. And I know coming soon, I know me and this guy over here, we've been talking, and we do want to do a live broadcast of this podcast. And I'm very interested in it. I'm very I want to do it. But yeah, I guess Mr. Carey over there will let us know when he wants to try to do this, and we would love everybody's input. And I think there's even a feature where people can call in, which I think is pretty badass.
I believe they can call in. They can just leave a message. Then you just play that on the show. But yeah, definitely something I would love to do. The only thing right now would be what would be the best time to do it, right? So normally we start recording, let's just say midnight, where in Eastern Standard Time. Are people going to want to stay up to join the live episode if it's that late?
Well, shoot.
That's the only question I would have right now.
Yeah, and we record usually on Fridays, so I think Friday nights are pretty open to people.
Well, we just
So,
we'll have to do it then. We're just
well,
gonna,
we'll dip our, we'll not even dip our toes. We'll just jump in. We'll see what happens.
we're going to skinny dip into a live episode.
Oh my God. Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll just try it. We'll set it up and we'll do it. Of course, we'll have to give an announcement
Yeah.
to let
We
everybody
definitely will.
know that it's coming up. Yeah, we'll definitely work on that. But yeah, if there's nothing else,
No, just a big, I just want to add a big thank you to everyone that's active on the Facebook group. We do want to see a little bit more activeness, I guess you should say, or
yeah,
could say.
some more comments,
Some more comments
shares and likes.
and shoot, I mean, you want to share the podcast Gmail, and send something to Gmail. Say, hey, we want you to watch this movie. Give us a movie to watch. We'll watch anything. Me and Carrie, I think we'll watch anything.
I mean, we just watched Doom Asylum.
We watched Doom Asylum and Lumber Party Massacre 2. So, but yeah, more active. I want to see 2020 be the year where we get more feedback, and we appreciate all the support we get from family and friends already. But yeah, send us something on anything, messages on Twitter or whatever. Say, hey, why don't y'all watch this movie? And shoot, I mean, I don't know if you want to go the extra mile. I mean, maybe if you're a Patreon subscriber, maybe you can just come on and talk with it,
There you
with
go.
us about it.
You could be like a special guest.
Something. Yeah. So, 2020 is going to be a good year. So,
Yeah, let's hope. Yeah, if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and end this episode.
Hell yes.
And again, thanks to everybody for listening, and we'll do this again next week.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Man, I wasn't recording.
Shut your mouth. I see it. Hey, I kept my eye out for it.